Yeah, BYU, great job. They came out with a sense of urgency. They came out and played like they were 0-3 in conference. They came out and played like we were a team that could have won some games down those last two games that came down to one or two possessions, and they played hard, and they played hard throughout, and they played inspired. Whiting, little Amber, I was surprised with how she played. I know she had it in her, but again, her downhill driving, operating off ball screen, she was really good tonight, and we didn't take care of that part of it. We put a lot of attention to Gibbs, and she was okay, because everybody else had a opportunity to score and do those things. But I think, I can't remember her name, 14. She was the X factor for them today, and I really like what she brought to the table just because I think she had maybe 3 or 4 points, but I looked on the stat sheet, she had 4 offensive rebounds, and she had like 8 rebounds. I don't know what she finished with, but she really played really well. And I thought Calvert did what she needed to do in the inside. That's those kind of things, was be able to bury us and be able to try to score over top of us. But I thought they came out and played with a sense of urgency. I think we came out and took the first punch and then trying to figure out if we were ready to play or not. And then for 3 quarters, we played with them. I think we played within 5 points the next 3 quarters. 22, 23, 21, 20, and 21, 25 from the next 3 quarters. It was the first quarter that you don't come out with a sense of urgency to understand that every game is a dogfight, and you have to be able to take care of business as soon as you walk on the floor.
Your ladies came out with a little bit of urgency coming out of halftime a little bit. You had that, I think it was an 8-0 run, 9-0 run, something like that. Really got back in the game. So what kind of got into them there? And then, I imagine you're playing, 8 or 9 for obvious reasons, but probably ran out of gas some, or?
No, I don't think we ran out of gas. At halftime, I had to say some words that I can't speak about in here, just to try to get them to going, and then end up leaving them in there to be able to make the decision on themselves. And so they end up huddling up with themselves and coming out and playing like they're supposed to play. But yeah, we came out and we got into a good rhythm and started playing there. And the thing is, you have to get stops. I think we had some key moments that we missed. We missed 2 free throw line box outs. We gave up second chance opportunities. I don't know if they scored. I can't remember if they scored or not, but we gave those up. Then the next time we gave up a key transition 3 that we didn't want to give up, off a ball screen. It's those kind of moments that once you're trying to battle back, you can't have those kind of moments when you're trying to get back into the game.
What does this say about your team, Coach? Just to piggyback off of that, down with the injuries early, and you guys are right there neck and neck the whole way of the game with the roster that you have.
Yeah, we on paper we're really good. We can size up with everybody. We just have to be able to put it all together. And we talked about harder and smarter coming into the game, doing everything harder. Do it harder, and do it smarter. Make better decisions, share the basketball. We ended up with 11 assists, and I thought we should have had at least 17 or 18 assists. We just didn't make shots in those moments, but we did shoot the ball better overall. I think we were above 30, 35 all game, even some 40, so we're starting to be able to put it down. But you have to get stops. This game is off stops and rebounds. If you don't get stops and you don't get rebounds, you give up second chance points, and then you give up paint points. That was the other thing. It was the drives down there in the lane and then giving up second chance points that we started to give up paint points. And so we went to the zone, to try to do that. But again, it's the gift and the curse. You can be able to take care of paint points, and now you got to take care of the shooters, because most of the time they have 5 people on the floor that can shoot the 3, including Calvert. So again, you have to pick your poison at times.
How encouraged are you by your 3-point shooting in this game on the road?
I'm sorry, say that again?
How encouraged are you by your 3-point shooting in this game on the road?
Yeah, I thought we shot the ball well. And we shared the basketball in those moments. But again, if you don't stop the other team from making threes, you're just trading baskets. I don't know how many they made, what they made. They made 9, we made 10, so it didn't make a difference. I thought, we were okay at shooting the basketball, and that's the thing that everybody wants to play offense, and not everybody want to get down and play defense, and that's the thing. If you know anything about Houston, we always play defense. Last year, I don't know, BYU, both games, I think we turned them over 20 or 25 times. We lost up here, we won down there. It's always about defensive pressure when you put the Houston on your chest, and this team is not committed to it each and every single time. And that's the thing that's driving me up the wall in my staff right now, because, again, you can have it every third possession when it needs to be every single possession.
So you can like the 75 points, but you don't like the 80.
Exactly. The thing is, we want to try to hold people to 15 points per quarter. And that's it. And we're far off. Again, we're doing it. To give you an example, we played K-State. It's 52-51, 6 minutes left to go in the game. We're right on pace. And then they open up the floodgates, and then we lose by 20. Like, again, you have to finish games. You have to continue to grind in and those kind of things. And they'll start getting the mentality of want to rely on offense. With shooting to shooting, most of the time, you can't dictate that. You can dictate your defense every single night, but you can't dictate whether the ball's going to go in. And that's what we're trying to get them to understand.
What was the scouting report to keep Gibb quiet tonight? What you guys did?
Oh, we want to limit touches. That's the thing, deny the basketball. If she cut back door, that's fine. We'll have the help there. At least she's not catching it out on the perimeter, putting it on the floor, shooting the three, getting in the paint, creating other opportunities for everybody else, or getting and-ones and things like that. So we wanted to be able to do that because she was coming off a hot game where she's really, really been playing well. So, again, we wanted to be able to limit her touches. I thought we did that for the most part. When she did catch the ball, she was going away from the basket and had to try to reverse pivot to try to get back, and we were there in her. And so, again, we did a lot with that. But you let little Amber, Amari, I can call her by her name.
We knew you meant by little.
Yeah. Amari, he let Amari get down off ball screens and get to the basket and be able to finish.
How difficult is it to scout and guard when you got a freshman like Gibb who's playing lights out, and then you got Amari, and then you got Calvert, all these pieces that BYU has?
It's not that difficult. The thing is, the difficult part comes into the consistency of doing it every single time. Nothing they run is hard. And so that's why I told them their sets do not get them shots. It's after the set. It's the individual play. It's the play of Amber off the ball screen, getting down, a little Amari off the ball screen, getting down. If we didn't cut her off, then she find the next shooter there. It's coming in transition, driving all the way to the basket, 30. We cut her off, then she kicked to the corner. We take the next one, now you kick up. It's those kind of plays that do it. But the sets and those kind of things, I thought they had a few sets, especially when they went inside the Calvert, baseline out of bounds, throw over, duck us in, high-low. They had a few wing entries to her, 4 or 5 different things that they did was well. But all the flare screen stuff, all the Iverson cut stuff they do, all those things, it's not hard to guard. It's once they get the basketball and they start playing, it's after the play breaks down that you really have to guard them, because it's uncharacteristic sometimes of what they do, especially when they drive in there and the opposite wing makes a 45 cut to the basket and they hit her, and our guys are just sitting there looking, and those kind of things. It's the play after the play.
Last thing for me, Coach, just I encourage you when you see Merchant shoot the way she did on the road and the rest of the team.
Yeah, very, very. But again, it's on the defensive end. They want to play offense. This group here is in the gym all the time, shooting, working out, and all that kind of stuff, because the offense and the numbers and scoring matters to them. The defense doesn't matter to them, and that's the problem that we have. Again, and we're going to continue to have the problem until they make the choice to say the defense matters to me and we have to get stops. And that's the thing. I could care less about the offense. They're going to always be able to shoot it, those kind of things. But you have to get stops in order to win, especially in the Big 12.